am the first reporter in our group. So our topic is all about nucleic acids. Nucleic acid is an organic macromolecule, which means it's a large organic compound made from thousands or hundreds of thousands of smaller molecules. So there are two types of nucleic acids: deoxyribonucleic acid or DNA, or ribonucleic acid or RNA. Notice that both terms actually contain the words nucleic acid in them. In living organisms, DNA is the main component of chromatin, which will condense into the familiar chromosome shape prior to cell division. The DNA in chromosomes is organized in specific order that makes up an organism's genes, contain the directions for every function, trait, and activity in a living organism. These activities include growth, reproductive, heredity, which means the ability to pass on genes to offsprings. One type of nucleic acid is RNA. It is integrally involved in building specific proteins by assembling their amino acids in the correct order. Proteins are responsible for all cellular functions in living organisms. So what are nucleic acids made of? As an organic macromolecule, nucleic acids contain the element carbon like proteins. Nucleic acids also contain hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and also it contains phosphorus. So, what is the structure of nucleic acid? Both DNA and RNA are made up of monomers called nucleotides. All nucleotides contain three compounds. The first compound is phosphate group, which contains phosphorus. The second compound is 5-carbon sugar. All 5-carbon sugar can be called a pentose. A good way to remember this is that pent means 5 and suffix means sugar. The specific pentose sugar in RNA is called ribose. The pentose sugar in DNA has one less oxygen than ribose in RNA, which leads to its name deoxyribose. The third compound in nucleic acid, nucleotides, is a weak base that always contains nitrogen. For this reason, this compound is referred to as a nitrogenous base. The nucleotides in DNA contain one of 4 possible nitrogenous bases. They are called adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. Their bases are usually abbreviated as A, T, C, and G. Similarly, the nucleotides in RNA also contains of 4 nitrogenous bases: adenine, uracil, cytosine, or guanine. They are abbreviated as A, U, C, G. Notice that both DNA and RNA have adenine, cytosine, and guanine, but only DNA has thymine, and only RNA has uracil. So, how do nucleotide monomers assemble into nucleic acids? The phosphate group in one nucleotide bonds with the pentose sugar in another nucleotide. The assembled string of nucleotides forms a nucleic acid polymer. Even though both RNA and DNA have alternating sugar and phosphate groups, there are differences in overall structure. For example, RNA is a single-strand nucleic acid, while DNA is a double-stranded nucleic acid. The two strands in DNA are linked by the hydrogen band that connects the nitrogenous bases from one strand to the nitrogenous bases from the other strand.
So, our next topic is all about DNA double helix. DNA is made from two strands that are wrapped around each other in this twisting shape that we call a double helix. To understand the rest of the structure, though, let's take just one of these strands and then show it as a 2D diagram as though it's been untwisted and laid out flat. So, we're now looking at this section here of the original strand. Hopefully, you can see that DNA is actually a polymer because it's made up of lots of these tiny little units called monomers. With DNA, we call each monomer a nucleotide. And if we look at the nucleotide in more detail, we can see each one is actually made up of 3 different parts. At the top, we've got a phosphate, which is connected to a sugar, and then on the side, we have a base. Importantly, every nucleotide has exactly the same phosphate and sugar. But when it comes to bases, there are 4 different types, namely A, T, C, or G, which stand for adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. And this means that there are effectively 4 different nucleotides in DNA. One type for each of the 4 different type bases. If you take a look at these 2 nucleotides here, we can see how they're combined together to form a polymer. Basically, the phosphate of one nucleotide bonds to the sugar of the next nucleotide. And this process then keeps repeating for thousands of nucleotides. So, that the sugars and phosphates from one long chain, which we call a sugar-phosphate backbone. And if we look back at our whole DNA molecule over on the left, the sugar-phosphate backbone is this outside part. So it's effectively forming a protective outer casing around these bases in the middle. If we look back at our single long chain, though you can see that all the bases stick out to the side, and these are what hold the 2 strands in the double helix together. If we line up a second strand of DNA facing the opposite way, you can see how the bases compare and hold the 2 strands together. Importantly, though only complementary bases can pair up to each other. So, A always has to pair with T, and C always has to pair with G. We call this concept complementary base pairing. DNA replication, the process simplified. The DNA helix is unwound in leading strand synthesis. DNA synthesis progress in 5' to 3' lagging strand synthesis is a bit more complicated because the DNA is exposed in a 5' to 3' direction. A short RNA primer is synthesized. The RNA primer is extended in a 5' to 3' direction with short DNA segments called Okazaki fragments. As the fork extends, the process repeats, forming a continuous leading strand and multiple Okazaki fragments. On the lagging strand, the RNA is replaced with DNA. DNA fragments are joined as the replication fork moves on leading, and lagging strands twist into helical forks.
Time, let us discuss about the DNA translation. Translation is the synthesis of protein from mRNA template. This process involves several key molecules include mRNA, the small and large sediment of ribosomes, tRNA, and the release factor. The process is broken into three stages. Number 1, initiation. Number 2, elongation. Number 3, termination. Let's see the process in action by eukaryotic mRNA, the substrate for translation. As a unique prime and poly A tail, mRNA also contain codons that would code specific amino acids. Methylated cap is found in prime site and translation initiation, with a small ribosomal subunit sub attaches to the cap of the initiation site. tRNA is another K molecule. It contains anti-codon that is complementary to mRNA codon, to which is bind. The first mRNA codon is typically AUG. Attached to the end of tRNA is methionine or amino acid. Methionine correspond AUG codon. The large subunit of ribosome combines to create peptabol or a P site and the amino A site. The first tRNA occupies a P site, the second tRNA enters the site, and the complementary to the second mRNA codon. The methionine is then transferred to amino acid. The first tRNA transferred the ribosomes moves along mRNA, next tRNA enters. There are the basic steps of elongation. As elongation continues the growing peptides, its continuing transfer to the tRNA. The ribosomes moves along mRNA and the new tRNA enter. When a stop codon is encountered in a site, release factor enters. The A site translation is termination. When termination is reached, the ribosomes dissociates and the newly formed protein is released. Proceed to explain the different types of mutation. The DNA in our cells is about a blueprint for making RNA, which is translated into making protein that drive many functions in our bodies. Proteins are present in all living organisms and do things such as providing flexibility and rigidity in cell, delivering oxygen to the muscles, transporting bodily fluids, and making
Mutations. The
antibodies
DNA in
that
our
fight
cells is the
diseases.
blueprint for making
As we look
RNA,
closer,
which is
we
then
see that
translated into
proteins are
making the
made up of
proteins
smaller
that drive
units
many of
called
the functions
amino
in our
acids.
bodies.
For every
Proteins are
protein, a
present in
unique set
all
of
living
amino
organisms
acids are
and do
connected
things
together
such as
in a
providing
chain that is
flexibility
coded
and rigidity to a
by
cell,
the DNA.
delivering oxygen to the
DNA
muscles,
is transcribed to make
transporting bodily
RNA,
fluids,
a very
and
specific
making
sequence of
antibodies that fight
instructions
diseases.
called bases.
As we look closer,
Bases are the
we see that
specific
proteins are made
information
up of
used to
smaller
dictate
units
which
called
amino
amino
acid is
acids.
being
For
coded
every protein,
for.
a unique
There
set
are
of
four
amino
bases to
acids are
make
connected
up
together
RNA,
in a chain
which
that is
are
coded for
uracil,
by the DNA.
cytosine,
DNA is transcribed to
cytosine,
make
adenine,
RNA.
and
A very
guanine. We'll
specific
represent
sequence of
them with the
instructions
letters
called bases
A,
are written
C,
in sets of threes.
a U, C,
Bases are
A,
the
G.
specific
In the
information
order
used to
these
dictate
bases
which
stored as
amino
how
acid is
amino
being coded
acids
for.
line up.
There are four
When they
bases
start
that make up
and they stop,
RNA,
and
which are
determines how long the
uracil,
chain will
cytosine,
be. So what happened when
adenine, and
things go
guanine.
wrong?
We'll
When
represent
errors
them with the
occur in
letters
a DNA
U,
code,
C,
it is
A,
transferred
and G.
to as mutation.
The order of
It
these
is
bases directs
the
how
two
the
main
amino
type of
acids line
mutation
up
are
when they
point
start,
mutation
when
and
they stop,
frame shift
and determines
mutation.
how long the chain will be.
A point mutation
So
is
what
where one
happens when
of the
things
three
go
bases
wrong?
is
When
replaced
errors
with
occur in
different
the DNA
bases.
code, it is
Sometimes
referred to as a
sometimes
mutation.
these
The
mutations
two
have
main types of
minimum effect.
mutations are point mutations and
Another
frame
time,
shift
they can
mutations.
significantly
A point mutation is
alter
where
the
one of the
structure
three
of the
bases
protein
is
depending
replaced
on
with a
how
different
different
base.
amino acid
Sometimes
is
these
from the
mutations have
original.
minimal effect,
The new base may
but other
also
times they can significantly
may
alter the
also
structure of the protein,
the protein by
depending on how
creating the
different
stop
the new
signal too
amino
early
acid
in the
is from
amino
the
acid
original. The
chain.
new base may also
Mutation like
alter
this
the protein
often
by
due to
creating
the
a stop
protein
signal too
completely
early in the
ineffective.
amino acid chain.
A frame
Mutations like
shift
this
mutation
often render the
happens
protein
when one or more
completely
bases
ineffective.
are inserted or
A frame shift
deleted.
mutation happens
Since
when
bases
one or
are read
more of
in
the
groups
bases
of
are
three,
inserted
there
or
are
deleted.
addition or
Since
deletion
bases are
in
read in
anything
groups of three,
other than
their addition
multiples
or
of three
deletion in
disrupts the
anything other
reading
than multiples
transfer
of three
sequence.
disrupts the
When
reading
this
frame
happens,
sequence.
the
When this
entire
happens,
code
the
following the
entire
addition
code
or
following
deletion
the
will
addition
be
or
read
deletion will be
incorrectly.
read
This may result
incorrectly.
in wrong
This
amino
could
acid
result in the
being
wrong amino
encoded,
acid being
thereby
coded,
changing the protein
thereby
shape
changing
and
the protein's
function.
shape and function.